What if I told you that Inception isn't actually about dreams? Yeah, I know. Dream heists, folding cities, slow-mo van scenes, the whole was it real or not thing. But if you look closer, underneath all that sci-fi and spectacle, this movie's really about something way more human. It's about regret, not just guilt, real soul-level regret. The kind that eats at you so badly, you'd rather build a fake world in your head than face what you did in real life. See, most people talk about Inception like it's some mind-bending puzzle, but the real story isn't about how dreams work. It's about why Cobb can't wake up. And that reason? It's not because of some mission or some tech. It's because he's grieving. He's stuck in the past, literally. And once you start seeing the movie through that lens, it hits way harder. So, yeah, let's break this down, scene by scene, emotion by emotion. Because if you've ever carried something heavy from your past, something you wish you could change, this movie, it's about you too. People always focus on the dreams in Inception, how they fold, how time works differently, how the kicks work. But let's zoom in on something way more important. Why is Cobb even doing all this? The answer is grief. That's the real dream he's stuck in. From the very beginning of the film, Cobb isn't just running from the law, he's running from what happened to Mal. He's lost her, and he blames himself. And that pain, it's written all over his face in almost every scene. He doesn't talk about it much, but it's there. In the silences, in the way he avoids certain topics, in the way he looks at his children's faces, but never sees them clearly. He's emotionally frozen in time, and that's the kicker. Cobb doesn't just miss Mal. He's trying to preserve her in this perfect frozen state. He's literally built her into his dreams. He's keeping her alive in the only way he can, through memory. And memory, as the film constantly reminds us, is not always trustworthy, but it goes even deeper. Grief makes you want to go backward, to redo, relive, rewind. That's what Cobb's doing. Every time he enters a dream, he's trying to reconstruct the past. He's chasing ghosts. And the irony? He's a master of dreams. He can design anything, but all he builds are echoes of Mal and his old life. There's that line Ariadne says, "You keep her alive because you're not willing to let go." That's it. That's the core of his journey. Cobb isn't a typical action protagonist. He's a grieving husband in denial. So, while the rest of the team is diving into dreams to plant an idea in someone's head, Cobb is going deeper for a different reason. He's trying to bury something, his guilt, and in doing so, he keeps digging up the past. That's why Inception hits so hard, not because of the action, but because of the emotion that's buried under every layer. Here's the thing about Cobb's guilt. It's not just an emotion. In Inception, guilt literally shapes the entire world he's living in. You know how they call the dreamer the architect in these heists? Well, for Cobb, it's not just about designing dream mazes. His guilt is the real architect. It's the thing that's constructing every single detail he sees when he's dreaming. That's why Mal is there, over and over again, always messing with his plans. She's not just a memory, she's a projection of his guilt. And the way Nolan sets this up is genius. The big reveal in the movie is that Cobb actually incepted Mal. He planted an idea in her head. Your world isn't real. He thought he was saving her, but instead, he ended up destroying her. That's brutal. Imagine living with the idea that you're the reason the person you love most took their own life. Cobb can't escape that. He can't even forgive himself for it. And what's so fascinating is how Mal isn't just some ghost haunting him. She's his own mind's creation, popping up to sabotage everything he tries to do. She's the literal voice of his guilt, and it's relentless. Every time she appears, it's like a reminder that he can't move forward because he can't let go. This is such a powerful metaphor for real life, too. Guilt has this weird way of creeping into everything. Even when you're trying to build something good, like Cobb's trying to complete this mission, it's there, waiting to tear it all down. His subconscious doesn't want him to succeed because, deep down, he doesn't think he deserves to. And then, there's Ariadne. She sees right through all of this. She calls Cobb out because she knows that if he doesn't deal with this guilt, he's not just going to sabotage the mission, he's going to destroy himself. That's what makes Inception feel less like a heist movie and more like a therapy session. The whole crew is trying to plant an idea in someone else's head, but Cobb's the one who really needs the idea. He needs to let go of his guilt to find any kind of freedom. So, yeah, guilt is the real architect of Cobb's world. Until he faces it, he's just stuck in this endless loop, building the same nightmare over and over again. You know what's wild? In Inception, memories aren't just these sweet, nostalgic moments. They're literal prisons. And for Cobb, they're the bars he can't break out of. Cobb's whole deal is that he's stuck in the past. He's obsessed with these memories of Mal, of their life together, and you see it in every dream he designs. These memories aren't even real memories anymore. They're just the highlights, the greatest hits. They're stylized, kind of too perfect. Because in a dream, you don't remember the flaws. You remember the feeling, and that's the trap. Cobb isn't just remembering Mal, he's rewriting her. She's become this idealized version of who she was, but she's not real. She's a memory that's turned into a ghost, and he's locked himself in with her. That's why Ariadne is so important. She's basically Cobb's conscience in the movie. She sees what he's doing, and she knows how dangerous it is. Ariadne says, "You're trying to keep her alive," and Cobb can't deny it. He's using dreams like a photo album he can't put down. And the problem with that, it means he can't see the world as it really is. The movie makes this so clear in the scenes where Cobb's kids' faces are always turned away. It's like he's so busy clinging to these false memories that he can't even look at the real ones he has, his children. Those kids aren't just symbols of home, they're proof that he's stuck in the past and missing out on the present. And that's what makes memory so dangerous in this movie. It's not just nostalgia, it's a prison cell. The more Cobb clings to the past, the more he's literally building these dream layers that are impossible to escape. His memories become this endless maze, and no matter how many dream levels he dives into, he keeps ending up back at the same place, with Mal, with his guilt. In a way, Cobb's dreams are like a therapy session that keeps going in circles. He's not healing, he's just looping. And the only way out is to stop trying to recreate these perfect memories and finally accept the messy reality of what happened. That's why Inception feels so heavy, even though it's this huge sci-fi blockbuster. Because at its core, it's about how easy it is to get lost in the past, and how hard it is to break free. So here's the thing. People talk a lot about the kick in Inception, the jolt that wakes you up from a dream, the chair tipping, the water splash, the feeling of falling. But honestly, that's not the real kick in this movie. The real one happens deep down, inside Cobb. And it's not physical, it's emotional. It's the moment he lets go. All of Inception builds to this one scene in limbo, when Cobb finally faces Mal. Not the real Mal, but the version he's been clinging to, the version he created. And that's what makes it so tragic. She's not Mal anymore. She's a projection, a ghost built from memory, love, guilt, and denial. And Cobb knows it. He knows this isn't her. But for so long, he couldn't bring himself to admit it, because letting go means admitting he can't fix the past. When he finally says goodbye to her, it's devastating. I can't imagine you with all your complexity, your perfection, your imperfection. I can't keep you with me anymore because I'm no longer sure what's real. That's not just a well-written line. It's Cobb finally freeing himself from the illusion he's been living in. For the entire film, Cobb's been carrying this crushing emotional weight. It's why his subconscious keeps lashing out. It's why Mal shows up to sabotage every mission. It's why he can't be with his kids. His dreams are basically battlegrounds between his guilt and his desire to move on. And this is where the emotional brilliance of Inception really lands. The mission succeeds not just because they nail the timing or navigate the dream layers. It works because Cobb completes his own emotional arc. He confronts the darkest part of himself, forgives himself, and lets go of the lie he's been living in. So when he wakes up on the plane and finally goes home, it doesn't matter whether it's real or not. That question becomes irrelevant. Because Cobb's not running anymore. He's not hiding. He's present. He sees his kids' faces clearly for the first time, and that tells you everything you need to know. The real kick isn't about falling, it's about rising, finally after everything, into acceptance. All right, let's talk about that ending, the infamous spinning top. It's probably one of the most debated movie moments of the last 20 years. People still ask, did it fall? Was Cobb still dreaming? Was the whole thing just a dream inside a dream? But here's the truth. It doesn't actually matter. Seriously, that final shot isn't about the top. It's about Cobb. Throughout the film, the top is Cobb's totem, his lifeline. It's how he separates dream from reality. He spins it over and over again, needing proof, needing control. He's obsessed with knowing what's real, because deep down, he doesn't trust himself anymore. He doesn't trust his memories, his guilt, or his emotions. He needs something physical to tell him what's true. But in that last scene, he spins the top and walks away. And that's the point. The camera lingers on the top. Yeah, but Cobb doesn't. Because for the first time, he doesn't care. He sees his kids' faces clearly. No more blurred memories, no more guilt. He's finally present. The brilliance of this ending is that it flips the whole question back on us. We're left staring at the top, obsessing over whether it wobbles. But Cobb isn't. He's not trying to wake up anymore. He already has. And that's why the ending is so powerful. It's not a twist, it's a resolution. Cobb's arc has nothing to do with dreams and everything to do with regret. He spent the entire film trying to outrun his past, control his guilt, and fix what couldn't be fixed. But in the end, he chooses to let go, to forgive himself, to stop chasing certainty and start living. So, the top? Who cares if it falls? The real victory is that Cobb doesn't need to know anymore. That's what freedom looks like. So, yeah, Inception might look like a movie about dreams, but it's really about something way more real. Regret, memory, and the painful process of letting go. Cobb isn't just navigating dream layers, he's navigating grief. And that's what makes this movie timeless. The emotional stuff, underneath all the spectacle, that's what hits hardest. If you made it this far, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this breakdown gave you a new lens to see the film through. And, hey, now when someone says, but was he still dreaming? You'll know the real answer is, that's not the point. If you dug this video, consider hitting that like button. It really helps more people find it. And if you want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got deep dives on other movies and characters coming soon. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you think the top really means? Drop your theories in the comments. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.